My convocation is coming up next month, and I have some regrets. When I was in Abuad, I know I used to go and buy food because I just felt like my clothes were not good enough to stand beside just where they used to buy elsewhere. There was a post I wanted to run for in my college elections. I didn't because I just felt like, who will vote for me? I saw the gate of first class, but I did not enter. So I studied engineering and I spent 5 years of my life in Abuad. Can't help but reflect on the last 5 years, my wins, my losses, my personality through those years, my lessons and everything that I've passed through. And honestly speaking, I realized that I made some mistakes. Okay, so I wrote them down on my phone because, I'm gonna write everything. So the very first thing I wish I did was let go of identity crisis and my insecurities, right? In Abuad, I met a lot of people, like wonderful people, amazing people, crazy people. I met all kinds of personalities, right? And I found it hard to validate my real self. I found it very hard to believe that, okay, you are you and you is fine. I went to Abuad when I was 16 years old and I just honestly regret that at the moment. I wish I was more social, outgoing, and I explored more. Me not being social, me not being outgoing, me not exploring more was as a result of my insecurity and my identity crisis, where I felt like I was not enough. I felt like I was not good enough to run for posts. I felt like I was not good enough to join clubs. I was not good enough to make friends. I was not good enough to approach anybody. I just always felt like I was not that girl. I was not popping enough. Even my YouTube, I started my YouTube in 300 level, and that was like right at the middle of my journey, I know. But then even after I started, I was still doubting myself. People hype me so much. Oh, you edit so well, you film so well, your vlogs are getting good views, you're interesting to watch. But I never really felt like that girl. I never really felt like, oh, I'm something. And now that I'm out of uni, I'm realizing my worth. I'm realizing how amazing I am. I'm realizing how much potential I have. I'm not even boasting, right? People have told me these things. I'm just saying, like, and it's good to gash yourself up once in a while. I think I said it once, and I was even saying that when I was in Abuad, I know I used to go and buy food because I just felt like my clothes were not good enough. My shoes were not good enough to stand beside just where they used to buy elsewhere. Like, I was that bad. I would not attend fests. I would not attend parties. Just because I felt like, oh, people that are there are rich and they have fine clothes. I had a lot of stupid things going on in my mind, and right now I'm actually just regretting those things a lot because I wish I lived a more free life. There was a post I wanted to run for in my college elections. I didn't because I just felt like, who will vote for me? So a lot of opportunities have slipped by me because I just didn't feel like I was good enough to be in those positions, and I don't want you to do that. So if you're in Abuad, or if you're in any university, or if you're in anywhere, please live your life to the fullest. If you want to try something, please go for it. Stop undermining yourself. Do it afraid, do it shy, do it confused, do it lost. Okay, next up, I wish I was more intentional about building good friendships. It was only in 500 level that I started being friends with my best friend at the moment, Fikemi Aderoju, and from 100 to 400 level I was barely talking to anybody. Like, as I'm leaving Abuad now, I can literally count the number of people that I can call friends that actually love me and everything. And I know that it's not by force to have friends, a lot of friends in a particular place, and you can find your friends anywhere in the world, but like, there are people in Abuad that I wish I was closer to. One of them, I'm actually going to mention a name, I'm honest, is Rita Udemba. I don't know if she's watching. I love her so much. She's such a sweet girl, and she's always been in my college. She's always been in engineering, but like, because I never really explored, I never really went out to meet people and try to build these relationships, I never actually got to experience her love and kindness on time. However, her room was beside mine in 500 level, so I think I had a little time with her, and I really loved her. And I feel like there are more people that I should have just met up with and built genuine friendships with. So if you're in school, meet people, make friendships. You're not an island, you're good enough, find people that resonate. Next, I wish that I learned some financial literacy, or I acquired, please forgive my English, I'm not from England. So yeah, I wish that I learned how to save money, how to manage money better. I know that obviously I had my own pocket money in Abuad, I was handling my own money and everything, but like, did I really learn how to handle money? Like, I did not, because there were times where I'll get broke before the end of the month. I would probably overspend or underspend, so I just wish that, I don't know, I just wish that I was able to know how to handle money, because now I'm going to the real world. I'm like, if I start earning a salary now, it's more than shawarma and barbecued fish, it's bills, is house, food, so I wish that I learned financial literacy. This is something I'm working on at the moment. So if you're an Abuad student, or if you are a student anywhere in the world, while you're in school, learn how to handle money, manage your own money, save your own money. And that brings me to my next point, which is that I really wish that I developed a skill when I was in Abuad. I wish I had a business or something I was doing that was getting me money, because immediately I came out of school, you guys remember I was telling you how I was depressed and how I was lost and confused. I genuinely feel like if I had a business or a skill that was bringing me money, or kind kind of like putting my life on a particular path, I would not have been as lost, because not having a routine or not having something to wake up and look forward to every single day had an effect on my mind, you know, because that thing was cool and it took it away from me. So I wish that I learned how to make money, like maybe even if it's selling jewelry, because people used to sell jewelry in school and clothes. I'll just be like, it's so stressful. I made excuses for all these kind of things, and now I regret them. Like, if you're in school, if you have a skill you can monitor, something you can do on this side that will not disturb your education, no, just try and find it to do, because it will support you, it will build your finances, it will take you to a different place financially. Next, I really wish that I built my relationship with my parents more when I was in Abuad. Okay, when I was in Abuad, I used to make this joke that I live in school and I come home for work or something like that, but like I spent more time in school. I spent most of the 5 years of my life in school, and I never really got time to spend with my family, with my parents. And now it's just like, wow, like like I've been home for the past 4 months since I finished uni, and I realized how many gaps like I've had to fill. I'm trying to fill them. I'm working very, very hard to fill those gaps and actually make sure that I'm in a good place with my parents. But I wish that during those 5 years I had actually put in that work to be, you know, more consistent with calling them. I don't know how I would have done that with a long distance relationship with them, but I wish that my parents and I were closer, my family and I had more time together and everything. In a private uni that gets you locked up for months on end without seeing your family, please find a way to always keep in touch, to always build relationships with them, so that when you finish, it will not be very weird. Like, it's not as if you're not used to being around them. Like, you prefer being with your friends or your people in school than being with your own family at home. Especially for those of you that went to boarding school then came to Abuad. Like, you never really had time with the family, and that's not the best, to be honest. In my opinion, don't come for me. This is a very good one, but I wish that I started going to church earlier in Abuad. To be honest, like, I wish that right from 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 level, I was as consistent as I was with church in my final year. Like, I am going to miss Abuad Chapel so much, and I promised myself that I'm going to find a family or a church that I resonate with as well as I did with Abuad Chapel. I wish that I was going to church since like 100 level. Like, when they say church service, I'll be like a discal. I'll say I don't have what to wear, I don't feel like it's like when I found Christ in Abuad, when I started going to Abuad Chapel consistently, and you know, I knew what I was doing, it was an amazing experience. It was so nice. And if you ask me one of my favorite things about Abuad or going back to Abuad, I'll definitely mention Abuad Chapel. Abuad Chapel made me, to an extent, like, it's contributed hugely to my story. Yeah, if you're in Abuad, please try and find a way to join Abuad Chapel. Go to church, build your relationship with God in school. Like, that is the best time. That is the sweetest, when it's easiest. Also, I wish that I built my personal brand, this Precious Inside brand, while I was in school, because like, I can't even count the amount of times I have shortchanged myself, doubted myself. Like, when people rep me so much, like, you're the biggest YouTuber in Abuad, you're the biggest content creator in Abuad, I was always like, no, I'm not. You know, so I just wish that I held this brand to my chest as much as I am doing right now. I just wish that more people knew me, because I feel like my Abuad videos on this channel are the backbone of this channel. Like, my Abuad vlogs are doing so well. Just having that word Abuad in my video title has brought me so much. I can't even say, like, one day I will unbox it all for you guys. But I just wish that when I was in Abuad, I was more intentional about Precious Insa as an Abuad content creator, not just within Abuad, like my lifestyle content. Like, I wish I showed myself more, although I had my studies and everything, but I feel like I still had enough time. I mean, people did it and they're excelling at it, so I just wish I did that as well. I wish that I lived alone throughout uni. This period last year I was not really posting because I was on my 6-month internship, and I lived alone for 6 months without my parents and everything. I lived with my friends, right? We handled our own bills, our own food, our own light, water, everything was on us. Although our parents were supporting us, but like, we were the ones disbursing the money. I just wish that I had that experience for a longer period of time, right? I was more streetwise. Abuad literally locks you up, right? Abuad gives your life a script and just follow. Like, wake up in the morning, go to class, come back, go and sleep, come out in the evening, buy food, you know. Private universities, you guys can relate, right? So I just wish that I lived alone. I was able to apportion my time and direct my life while I was going to uni. And finally, this is like the most painful one. Like, it's not painful, but like, it's the most powerful and strongly felt in my chest, guys. I wish that I took my studies more seriously. And I'm not gonna come here and give you all the funny, laughy, hilarious stuff and not be honest with you guys. Listen, if you're an undergraduate and you're watching me, please take your studies seriously. In 100 level, my CGPA was a 4.42. I can remember so much because it's so painful, right? And I always say I saw the gates of first class, but I did not enter. Now I'm finishing with a 2-1. My project supervisor used to say you're finishing with a strong 2-1. So if I was more hardworking, if I was more intentional, if I put in more effort, and if I fought a harder fight or a better fight, I would have finished the first class. I know that I can get that first class. I know that I have what it takes in me. I remember the times I skipped classes, or I didn't turn in assignments on time, or I didn't just do something because I was late. I will not wholly blame my lecturer, although some lecturers do, some courses do, but then I just wish that I went 100% the time I was there with my studies, and I fought an amazing fight. Like, I did not let anything slip out of my hands. By the way, I'm finishing with a 2-1 in biomedical engineering, and I'm very proud of myself because I fought a good fight. Like, I know that I put in my best foot and everything, and yeah, I'm not mad at myself. So these are the things that I wish I did. I hope I made sense in this video. I hope you guys learned a lot from this video, and I hope that you will apply it. My undergrads are watching me, a lot of freshers, a lot of middle 200, 300 level students that you're watching me. You can still change. If you have a year or 2 left in school, you can still fix it. To be honest, it's not too late. It's only too late for me because I'm already out of the system. I don't want to come back in there though, but yeah I don't want to come back in there. So the things I need to change about my life, I'm going to change them now. I'm fixing them now. I'm becoming a better person now. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for always coming back to my channel. My channel has been growing, and I'm so happy. Like, I'm excited. So yeah guys, I'm so happy that I filmed this video because I have such a busy schedule in my house, and having time to create content like this is gold. If you're still watching, by the way, you're an OG. I know that those that came for the tips have clicked out, but if you're still here, shout yay in the comments. Anyway guys, let me not waste your time anymore. I don't want this video to be too long. I don't like long videos. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't, like, comment, and yeah, say something nice to me in the comments. I'll link my social media handles on the page. Just follow me because I'm fun. I'm also fun on Instagram and Twitter, I promise. See you guys in my next video. Bye bye.